When can you make your next Genie Plus selection? This video will show you how to do it at both Disneyland and Disney World. They're very similar. The timing is subject to change, but currently you can make your selection at 7 a.m. For Disneyland in California, you can start your first selection upon entering the park. Your second selection can be made either once you have used your first selection or after it has been 2 hours since you made your first selection, whichever comes first. One option is to stack your rides later in the day so you can do them all at one point in time. Pause is necessary to read the slides. A second strategy is to make them as early as possible and to use them as quickly as you can. In the rest of this, I'll give you a few examples of how these two strategies work. It's easy to get confused as to when to make your next selection. Read through the next few scenarios, and if you have questions, leave your questions in the comments and I'll see if I can get them answered. Pause here until you know what your answer should be. It can be complicated, and I do have illustrations at the end of the video to help with this. Did you get it right? I hope so. If not, I'm sure I can help you. The next one is a little more complicated, so be sure to pause and read it thoroughly before you get your answer. Take your time, it can be a little confusing. So let's see if you can get this one. If you didn't get it quite right, that's okay. Let's go through it a different way and see if this helps. Now let's pretend you have a physical ticket that you're going to turn in when you get your selection. We'll use the second example to show how each step of it works. When you make your first selection, you'll be giving your ticket to the first ride, Splash Mountain. You made the reservation at 7 a.m., so you should get your ticket back at 12:20 or 10 a.m., 2 hours after park opening. The earlier time is 10 a.m., so you get your ticket back and then give that ticket to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and get a return time to ride of 2 p.m. 2 hours later it'll be noon, but you don't get your return time wasn't until 2, so you get to make your next selection at noon. And you give that ticket to the Haunted Mansion to keep until 1:40, that return time. Now it's 12:20 and I get to go to Splash Mountain and ride the ride. However, I do not get to make a new Fast Pass because they don't hold my ticket. But Haunted Mansion will give me back my ticket at 1:40, so I can make another selection for the Pirates of the Caribbean for 4. Next, I'll go to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at 2 p.m., but since Pirates holds my ticket, I can't make another selection right now. My return time to Pirates is 4 o'clock. However, due to the 2-hour rule, I can make my next selection at 3:40. And then at 4 o'clock, when I return to Pirates of the Caribbean, I will not be making another selection. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you'd like help planning your next vacation, please contact me at Maryland's Travels on Facebook and Instagram.